One of the things that I like about your character is that you play three different stages in Amanda's life. When she was young, when she was guilt, like that she was in jail, and then when she was exonerated. There's three different persons, but there's one woman. How do you find that connection between those three? I don't want to say people, but those three stages of
Versions.
her life.
Yeah, totally know what you're saying. And it was really important to differentiate those different versions of her because they do feel like different people. I mean, when you go through so much, like how do you not change
Mhm.
and be affected? And to show the effects of what she went through was very important. And I was able to do that a lot through speaking to her and understanding who she was and where she was at those specific points in her life. And that was extremely valuable having her.
I'm glad that she was part of the production also, because for me, many of the things that we know about her is through media.
Yeah.
Like we just read, and she was guilty, she was innocent. It just, I generally decide whatever they think and they just write about it. But you also are a public person, Grace. And how do you feel this now with social media and everything? Like, how do you find that? How is in your mind that you find that anyone can shape any idea of who you are just basing off their values?
Yeah, it's a pretty wild thing that and how social media completely rules the world. It's scary and great in many ways, and negative in the way that there's of extreme lack of privacy, really for anyone, but especially for people in the public eye. And there's no there's no control over it. And
Yes.
I honestly, for someone like Amanda who dealt with that on the largest scale, I was very inspired by her and learned a lot from her because she has taken control of her own narrative
Mhm.
in the biggest way possible. And she also has an attitude of she doesn't really care what people think. And I think there's something very liberating about that for someone who is so scrutinized and for someone who knows that anyone can believe anything and say anything. I think letting go of of that is extremely liberating.
How's it feels that she's part of this and like she say, like this is my voice, this is my time to tell my version of the story, and she's doing it through you. So how's that feels?
It was very nerve-wracking at first because it was so important to me to tell it correctly and to make her feel seen and happy. Um, and so the fact that she does is all I could ever ask for. And I feel so grateful to be a part of helping her tell her story. Thank
Congratulations, Grace. Thank you so
you
much for your time.
so much. Thank you.